This is a fictional mindbender. Sometimes I think as Star Wars fans, all we know how to do is complain about something. The sequels, the prequels, CGI characters, and now lightsaber fights. Lightsaber fights. We're arguing over that now. And I'm not judging, but I also try and still well clear of that, as one commenter called the hate train of the internet. But there was one complaint that I thought merited some looking into. Are there too many Jedi after Order 66? Now, ever since 1977, when Order 66 was mentioned, without name mind you, by Obi Wan Kenobi to Luke, it has had this sense of mysterious gravitas to it. Like it was some sort of unforeseen yet world-changing event, one of a kind. And this was further built upon in Return of the Jedi, when Yoda tells Luke upon his deathbed that once he's gone, the last of the Jedi will you be. Again, gravitas. But the criticism that has arisen since, I would say, Star Wars Rebels is that the gravitas is diminishing. That with each revelation of yet another Force-sensitive person, Inquisitor, or Jedi survivor, that the original trilogy exposition means less and less, as does Luke's role as being the last Jedi by Return of the Jedi. No pun intended with that, so please chill out about it. This complaint interested me because, honestly, it's not new. That may surprise some younger fans, but the critique of new Jedi hiding in the weeds somewhere has been around even back in the days of the expanded universe. That's worth mentioning because many fans considered the EU canon well before Disney took it over, though technically it wasn't. It was just George Lucas allowing it to exist, but always considering it, for all intents and purposes, fan fiction. Damn good fan fiction for the most part, but I digress. The expanded universe started its trend of new Force users with the intro of another fan favorite, Mara Jade, as the Emperor's secret personal assassin. And as Luke starts to build up his Jedi Academy, he finds some students who were once former Jedi that either survived the Purge or had dropped the title and thus went under the radar. Lucas himself even added to it with the intro of Starkiller in his excellent Star Wars games, The Force Unleashed. That character himself actually doing the role of the future Inquisitors. So, that Disney is following this pattern isn't necessarily unusual for me. Lack of originality perhaps, but not without precedent. If anything, at least Lucas was willing to kill off any characters that may be still Jedi by the time of Order 66, like Ahsoka Tano. Yeah, he was going to kill her off because she's not in Revenge of the Sith. But Dave Filoni was able to write her out of the Jedi Order by her choosing to leave before the Purge actually goes down. Much to many fans' relief, mine included. Still, the complaint does have some merit, I think. Disney choosing to leave Force-sensitive characters alive or missing in action pre-New Hope, like Ezra, Ahsoka, Reva, and now Baylan and Shin, does open a Pandora's box. The only thing special about Luke, it seems, then is that he's the only Jedi who's out in the open with that title. I think the problem being that the current stories are using mystery boxes and the Jedi in hiding trope too many times. Something I appreciate about the Clone Wars was that it was willing to kill off Jedi characters on screen. There's no question about what happened to them or what their fates were. And where they didn't kill off characters like Barriss Offee, for example, it was done sparsely enough that it felt truly like an exception rather than the rule. Baylan and Shin, at least, has precedence in that if the Ahsoka series is following the era of the Empire outlines, then they will hopefully not be cardboard Jedi stand-ins, as it were. But otherwise, what I don't think there's too many Jedi yet, pre and during the original trilogy times, the writers, after their strike, need to become very creative with stories taking place in those eras, if they are going to write in those eras, that is. There are always going to be Force sensitives and other Force cults out in the galaxy. That's just a given. But they need to stop relying on Jedi and lightsabers for a compelling story, where the story already has it that during that time, the Jedi are supposed to be gone. But what do you guys think? Are there too many Jedi in Star Wars stories? Have they become a trope, or do they still mean something to you? Let me know in the comments below. But this is the Fictional Mindbender, and you guys have a good day.